PGA Tour 2K23 just released a new patch today, and it is a big one. I want to go over the patch notes that they gave us real quick, but there is something else that the community has found already that has been removed as well, so I do want to go over that too. But let's go over just the plain old simple patch notes that they gave us. So the update's live now. On PC, it was like 7 gigs, because they have to like repackage the entire game or parts of the game, which makes the updates a little big. But on PC, it was 7 gigs. But here we go. So addressed a reported issue involving infinite pins in Course Designer. That is huge because I saw some screenshots of people with like 70 pins. I also saw some people with screenshots that they can only put 1 pin on a green. So all the course designers out there, you're going to have to let me know like what in this has been fixed. Please let me know down in the comments. Has that been fixed? That the 1 pin issue that some were getting as well. Hopefully that's been fixed too. Addressed a reported issue of resets with the landscape sculpting. Now I know that the sculpting in the course designer was kind of a big pain point for a lot of people in the design community. So hopefully whatever this is saying, the reported issue of resets, hopefully that takes care of it. I know that there was another issue of where, like, if you're using like keyboard and mouse, it would raise it like huge distances. Hopefully that's been fixed too. Addressed a reported issue with Spline Point selection. I didn't know that that was a problem, but I guess it is. Again, designers, you're gonna have to let me know. The big one though for like me and the TGC tours and everything moving forward is they added a toggle to restrict usage of consumable balls in online societies. So you can actually find it by going into the society settings if you're an admin for a society. And it says right here, consumable golf balls. It's either open or prohibited. That's just that's a funny word for that. But it's either open or prohibited. This is a massive W. I think this is the best of both worlds. It gives hardcore player base the option to remove the consumable golf balls from the society that you play in. It's going to be huge for TGC tours. More than likely going to be removed. I will probably remove it for my society as well, just because I do not like the golf balls at all. But giving the option makes it so that some societies can still keep it open if it is something that they enjoy. G-Dog's already said for Happy Joy, he's going to keep it open. He enjoys the golf balls. He enjoys the additional distance that he gets from the golf balls. So he's going to keep it open for his society. Having options for the player base is the best route to go. And I'm glad that they added this in. This was like my best of both worlds kind of solution. You still have the consumable golf balls. The system that they've put in place, you can still use it in societies. You can still use it in multiplayer. But when it comes to that hardcore player base, kind of like the TGC Tours, having that set to prohibited will allow for a much even, fairer playing field across the board for that hardcore player base. Huge change, absolutely spectacular. They also improved stability when loading into My Career tournaments. I'm guessing that's to do with some of the crashes that I saw for people would load into a tournament and it would just crash them out of the game. I'm guessing that's what that is for. But again, I mean, it's going to come down to the community to like testing things and you know, sending to me, you know, like, hey, this isn't fixed, this is fixed, this is good. Stuff like that. But I'm thinking that that's what that is for. Updated commentary VO to be more contextual. Hopefully that means like he's 5 under and in third when you're like 2 over and in 56th. Hopefully that's what that is referring to, because there were some issues that people were running into with the just voiceover being completely incorrect for the context of what is happening within the tournament. And they also just saying here that they improved stability with online multiplayer. That's probably to get away from all of the kicks that are happening, the disconnects. Maybe it has to do with other multiplayer things like the net coding for like when shots teleport and stuff like that. That's what I'm hoping. Won't know until I get in and actually like test some multiplayer like alt shots with the boys. But hopefully this is just continuing to improve that net coding, that system, especially when ranked launches. You kind of want to have those things definitely ironed out. They always put more into this though, like those are the ones that they give you, but there's a ton that you'll probably find. Have they fixed keyboard and mouse support, like the hotkeys and stuff like that for the designer? There was other designer, issues that were cropping up? Have they fixed those? I don't know. We have to wait for the community to kind of just get into the game, start playing the game, and start giving feedback on the patch. One big thing, though, that they did change is here we are in the bunker. We have a pitch shot, we have a flop shot, we have a punch shot, we have a splash shot, we have a normal shot, and we're back to pitch. They have removed the chip from the bunker. Now, I have been doing some testing because that is all well and good, but if they haven't adjusted the splash shot at all, that's a problem. And this may be complete placebo, but the big gripe that I had with the splash shot were the gray regions, not the dark gray, just the gray regions, being a little bit too penalizing. And from the limited testing I've done, it seems that that has been adjusted slightly. It's probably placebo, though, because whenever I think that something's been adjusted, give it like an extra day, and it's like, it hasn't been adjusted at all. But the big thing was like there was a huge distance like penalty on slows. And it doesn't seem to be that way on the partials. Again, could be placebo. But dark grays still penalized. Dark grays are still penalized a lot, just like they were before. Let me see if I can get one here. Well, there's a slow. Still went 22 yards. Okay, let me bring this one way in, and then swing it fast. God dang it, dude. Whenever I try to do something, it never works. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Still penalized. And on the short, the short partials, it's still, it eats your ball up. That's for sure. Personally, I like this change. Does it make it more difficult? Yes, it does. You are going to have to work on your partialing tempo for splash shots. You'll probably be able to work in some flop shots too. Probably be able to play some for like some very fast at like short side. You'll still be able to do that kind of stuff, but it makes bunkers hazards again. Bunkers went from being hazards to people finding you can just chip out of the bunkers to not being hazards at all to now being hazards again. I like it. It makes you think about your shots a little bit more. Makes you think about maybe playing it a little bit more safe, coming into greens, on drives, the whole 9 yards. Personally, I'm a fan. I know a lot of people aren't going to be a fan of the chips being removed, but it makes bunkers hazards again. I think it's a great change. And that's it. That's all that's been found so far. Again, I'm sure there's more. I'm sure once designers start like getting into it, maybe they'll find some other things that have been changed. Once we actually start playing the game, maybe we will as well. I would say, though, if you're playing the TGC Tours, expect the golf balls to be prohibited. They'll be prohibited for my society, more than likely Seamount Society. I'm guessing Apex probably will, too, since he's been slightly vocal about the golf balls as well. But there are going to be some societies where it is open. Like I said, Happy Joy Joy, so HHJJ, they will be open. So if you are somebody who enjoys the golf balls, the consumable golf balls, and what they bring to the game, you will have societies to play. Again, choice. It all comes down to choice. I am so happy that they added this into the game. But that's it. Those are the patch notes. Pretty good. I mean, personally, I think it's a pretty good patch. Pretty freaking good patch. I mean, the consumable golf balls were a big thing. I'm glad the option's there. This is great. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the patch, or if you find something that's been fixed, let me know, because I do like to get like a list of things that have been fixed, because they don't give us the full patch notes. They're still giving us some patch notes. Thank you very much for that. That's the easiest win for the community, so keep doing that. But if you find anything else, let me know down in the comments. Like this video as well. Helps the channel, helps the video, helps get into the algorithm, helps me out. I would greatly appreciate you did. Subscribe to the channel for more PGA 2K news, updates, gameplay, societies, the whole 9 yards. Hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, though, wherever you are in the world. I will catch you on the next one.